Alright, so I'm back over here. Of course, this is the button. And what can we do if there's not a problem with the button, right? If it's not one thing, it's another. And so when I took it for its last spin, everything checked out except for one thing. The transmission, or the gearbox, was getting extremely hot. Like, you don't want to touch it. It's so hot. And it's not supposed to get that hot. So upon investigation, which I actually already knew this, they had put grease in the gearbox. And the grease started leaking out of these two fittings over here. I've been trying to find the parts, these seals. I found one. I think I found another one that will work. I don't think it's the correct one, but I think it'll work, hopefully. But the goal is to get the gearbox off, clean out all the grease, replace the seals, put in some gear oil, which is what's supposed to be in here, and the gear oil probably helps keep it cool as well. That's probably one of the reasons why it's been overheating. I'm going to spare you me getting this off the mower, and there's a reason why. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm basically just going to be pulling bolts until it comes off, and yeah, I don't know what I'm doing when I'm cleaning it either, but I might bring you along for that ride. So I'm just going to spare that because all I know to do is to start pulling bolts that look like they're going to help take it off until it comes off. So that's where we're going to sit with that for right now. And yeah, hopefully I can figure enough out that you can actually get through the cleaning. I found some recommended really heavy-duty gear oil to put in here that the guy even recommended not even bother replacing the seals on it, even though they're bad. But I'm going to do that anyways because I've searched too long for those seals. And it better be good stuff at $30 a quart. So, yeah. Back to the button. So while I'm updating you, not just on the button, probably should tell you what my life is like. So right now I'm in the busy season. I've been mowing lawns every week, dealing with mulch, all kinds of stuff, weeding. It's a crazy time of year. So it's been hard to keep up and video and everything I've been doing. But I figured I would keep you up on at least one of the machines that I've been working on, which is this beautiful piece of machinery behind me. So I got this last season, started last season with it. It's been about 1.5 years that I've had it. Bought it used, like I buy everything. It's a 2004 Toro. It's a time cutter, 42. Meaning it's 42 deck, 16 horsepower engine. It's a single cylinder, Briggs & Stratton. Just had a power surge. Didn't affect the battery on the camera, but cut all the lights out around me. That was weird. Anyways, this is the mower that does it all. The button was actually supposed to be the mower that does it all, but this is right now is the mower that does it all because the button's down. I've been having this thing's been in its own right been difficult for me. I gotta watch. I got a little dog poop on the tire. Anyways, so I went out and mowed, and it was a Friday, and I got a flat front tire. Wasn't too surprising. I bought it with a flat tire. We put another tube in it so I can get it home. Long story, 5-hour drive. Just had to get in the back of the pickup. Had to get it out. Lasted me 1.5 years with that inner tube, and we actually pinched it and ended up putting a patch on it because, well, put a hole in the inner tube. So what happened was that patch gave way eventually and had a flat tire. These tires were so badly dry rotted and chunks were falling off of them, I decided just to go ahead and replace the tires. Put brand new tires on them. Nice nylon tires, basically the cheapest ones I could find. But they're actually not too terribly bad. They went on and off pretty quick and easy. As well as, so I finally got that. I at least got the one tire fixed right away. It took me a little while to get the other one fixed. And then another problem happened the next day of mowing. My starter completely died. Fortunately, it was at the end of the day when I was getting home because I was trying to take it off the trailer because I had to do an oil change and it was due for its 50-hour maintenance. So I couldn't get it off the trailer because the starter went dead. So I ended up having to buy a new starter. And it's been really dry, so I haven't had to do a whole lot of mowing, but which has been a plus. But I did have to do at least one lawn with the good old push mower because I didn't have the button, which is supposed to be primary mower, and this is supposed to be secondary mower. So when your secondary mower goes down and your primary mower is already down, you go to your third area mower, I guess. So, which is my 21 inch push Ego electric mower. I actually like that thing. It's not too terribly bad for a push mower. And once you get used to it, it's really, you have to get used to those battery-powered mowers. But once you get used to it, it's actually not too bad of a mower. Anyways, I digress. So I replaced the tires. The starter was bad. Ordered a new one. Amazon Ferry drops it off, and the box seems very light. I mean, this is a 5-pound object, and this thing was like, it was empty because, well, it was. Yeah, so I dealt with a whole big ordeal with Amazon on that. Then I'm going to have to come up with a new name than the Amazon Ferry because that was not fun. We'll come up with something. So they refunded me my money. I end up having to order a new starter, take 2 more days out of my schedule, and that's where the push mower ended up coming in. And yeah, so I finally did get the new starter, got it on. Boom, starts like a dream. It has never started like this for me. Apparently the starter mower has been going for the last year and a half, probably longer. And I don't even have to put the choke on in order to start it anymore. It takes seconds. It's amazing. I've been through the entire electrical system. I thought it was the battery. You know, I replaced multiple parts on it. It's just amazing. As soon as I replaced the starter, it's like a whole different mower. So, got the starter going, took it off the trailer, we did the oil, we did the blades, because those were also due, and took it out, finally, because I had my mower back, and I went and I stuck it up on the trailer, took it out, and as I'm finishing up a lawn, it's giving me a lot of problems. One of the changes I made was to the spark plug. I keep usually 3 spark plugs on the shelf at all times. One is this one, this Champion RC J6Y. This one here, if you notice, is kind of small. This is the one that all my weed whackers take, the blowers take, pretty much those small gas things. I'll use this same plug. So I want to usually always have at least one on the shelf so I can make quick fixes and not have to run out to the store if I'm doing maintenance and have to replace them. The other one is this RC12YC. This is your standard Briggs & Stratton overhead valve OHV spark plug. This is technically what should go in this mower. And then I got this one. This is not a Champion, but basically it's the RJ19LM in the Champion number. This is an Autolite. I was at Walmart. I didn't have any of these on the shelf. I like to keep at least one on the shelf, and Walmart doesn't sell Champions anymore. It was either this or the Briggs & Stratton. They astronomically price it like $10 or something each. So I got the Autolite. I usually prefer Champion or NGKs, but yeah, in a pinch, this works. So technically, this is the one that it's supposed to use. This is the one I had in the mower, and it was giving me world of hurt problems. I had gotten it home. Fortunately, I didn't have to do too much with the push mower that I didn't expect to do with the push mower, at least. And this is the plug that was in it prior. I took this plug out, put a new one of these in, and it runs like a dream. So I don't know what's going on with this. This is supposed to be the plug it has. This is the plug that it seems to want to run on. I don't know what's going on with it. I've brought it up to people that actually know what they're talking about, and they keep telling me, no, this is the plug, but it doesn't run on this plug. It runs on this plug. I have seen both of these in literature. This one's more frequent than this one, but for whatever reason, it doesn't want to run on this one. It wants to run on this one. This is the one that is used. This is actually the one that's in the button, basically used for the Briggs & Stratton flatheads. Anything that's not overhead valve is the typical plug for that. Whereas this one is the overhead valve, the newer engines. But if you notice the difference on some of the difference on them, this one here has a longer thread on it than this one, so it reaches farther in there. What happens a lot of times is guys will take a mower that's supposed to have this plug and put this plug in it, and the piston beats the heck out of these plugs because it hits the bottom of it, and then they have problems, and they're like, I don't know. Well, you put the wrong spark plug in. It's because those thread sizes are so much longer. So I don't know what's going on with that. I have to do more research and investigate it, but that's just something that's just really weird. I don't know, maybe the magneto's going. Maybe that's the issue. For some reason, this one delivers more spark than this one, and I can't tell you. So I'll have to look that up. I probably won't find anything, and I'll probably just continue running this plug in there instead of this plug because it works with this plug. So that's the Toro in a nutshell. We got new blades, and this thing's running great now. Yeah, with the wrong plug in it and brand new blades, fresh oil. One of the things I also got to do is, one of the issues is the oil drain plug was broken. You're supposed to hook a hose up to it and kind of twist it and pull it out, and it comes out through the hose so you don't make a mess. The one that was on there was broken. Basically, you end up taking the end off, and it just all over the place. So I was able to actually pull that out and replace it. I had that part sitting for the last year and a half since I changed the oil last year, right before I started using it. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So, this is why there haven't been a whole lot of new videos. I mean, between having to actually do my job and maintain these machines and keep them up and running, because I need them up and running, haven't been able to turn on the camera and bring you along for the ride. So hopefully we'll be able to get some new stuff on that button transmission over there. Hopefully we don't get any new stuff on this one. I was looking around. We might have some winter projects if everything holds up well on the Toro over here. These back tires probably could use a replacement. We might try to figure out why it's running on this plug and not on this plug, but this is the plug it's supposed to be running on, not this plug. Who knows? Right now, I just needed to run, put gas in it, and need it to go, and need it to mow. So we're at that point. At least mow well too. But we're at that point. So at the moment. But yeah, that's the fun part about it. If it's not one thing here, it's another. But yeah, I have a lot of fun different projects I'm working on. So we'll have something coming up further. The lawn air, I still got to do the engine replacement. Looking to get a back blade on the snowplow. Probably won't do a video on that. But that's another project I got to take care of as soon as I buy all the parts. That's the other thing too, is I need the money to buy the parts. You know, I don't have the money to buy parts half the time. So that's one of the things that puts a lot of these projects under, when I have to buy new tires instead of buying snowplow blades or engines. It's just the way the business works, and it's just the way the machines work, and it's just the way, well, just the way things are. Fun thing is I'm sitting on the trailer right now because, well, part of that fell apart too. And I have to get to repairing the sides that were on the trailer. Fortunately, this thing can run as a flatbed. And these sides are just kind of a little extra thing for my peace of mind. You know, and then I have a weed whacker rack on it too. that the weed whacker's just been getting thrown in the back of the pickup. So, yeah, I got to change the oil on the pickup and do all kinds of other stuff. It's been fun, yeah. And on the top of it, on the Envoy, I've been just dealing with check engine lights. Finally figured out the problem. Got it in, passed emissions testing. Don't have to worry about that for 2 years. Hopefully, I don't even have the car in 2 years. We'll see. I mean, it only has 170,000 miles on it. So, I've been busy. Just haven't brought you along for the ride. Sorry. But we'll fix that. We're going to get to the button. We got lots of stuff. Lots of cool stuff. So, we'll get back to the flow of